or the very first impressions that you have as you come back down to the surface?
I'm afraid.
What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's this overwhelming fear.
okay,
Like I don't want to go back.
okay. Are you still on the cloud?
I'm still no, I'm not on the cloud. I'm above. Uh it's dark.
Okay,
I feel like I'm surrounded by water.
okay,
An ocean. It's very dark.
hmm,
I can see some light kind of coming through, but I can't see below me.
okay,
I can't see my feet.
okay. Are you in the water?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And are you under the water, or are you on the top of the water?
I feel like I'm in it. It's
In it.
a deep ocean.
Okay, okay. And you're on the surface of the water in the ocean?
No, I'm in it. I can see the surface above me, lights shining through.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. And you said the light was coming from on top of you, so from on top of the water.
Yes,
Okay, okay. And you said it's hard to see around you because it's dark?
a little bit. I mean, I can't see below me because it's just blackness, but I can see it's a very, very dark ocean. It doesn't feel natural.
Hmm.
It doesn't feel I mean, I can see the light rays coming through, but it's something to be able to, it just doesn't feel right.
Hmm. Okay.
Like the water is kind of a dark, I can't even describe the color. It's I want to say it's like a dark bluish green, but not like any ocean
Hmm.
on Earth.
Okay. Okay. And you said this is a little bit scary.
Well, now that I'm in the water, I don't feel as scared.
Okay.
Still slightly apprehensive, but I feel a little bit better.
Okay. Okay. And are you in any sort of container, or are you just under the water in your just on your own?
I'm under the water. I don't see feet, and I don't see legs or arms.
Okay.
I don't think I'm human.
Okay. All right.
I could be disembodied. I'm not sure. I try to look around and I don't see anything. I see myself, but like I mean, I can sense myself, but I
Mhm.
don't see anything when I look down.
Okay. Do you have a physical form?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you energy, or are you light?
I think energy. I think that yeah.
Okay. Okay. D- um, do you have do you have a color?
Green, but I also see blue.
Okay. Okay. So green and blue, or green or blue? Both of those are good.
A little bit of both. It's not so much that I see it. I just the like I don't see it attached to me. I just know
Hmm.
blue and green.
Okay.
Mm, kind of like a mm, medium, lightish medium blue, and it's kind of like a pastel green.
Okay.
The blue feels more prominent.
Okay. Okay. Are you are you alone in the water?
Yeah, but
Mhm.
not really.
Okay.
There's I guess we would call it God,
Mhm.
that divine energy.
Mhm.
I can feel that, and I can feel that all around me.
Mhm.
Not so much in the water. The water doesn't. Now that I'm in it, it doesn't feel as. It feels a little bit more like it's trying to calm me down.
Hmm. Okay.
I can look down and, like, say, I see the darkness, and normally I think I would be terrified of that, but now I'm just kind of like, that's interesting.
Mhm. Okay. So now that you have your bearings a little bit, it feels a little bit more comfortable to be there.
Hmm.
Okay, that's good. That's always good. And does it feel like you've been in this place before? Does it feel familiar to you?
Sort of. Yes and no. I'm still somewhat disoriented.
Okay, that's all right.
The fear was really strong,
Mm,
uh, so I'm still kind of coming out of
that's understandable.
it.
Okay. Are you able to look all around you just to kind of see if there is anything around you
I can see a light coming towards me.
coming towards you? Okay.
Um, I, it knows me.
Okay.
It says, "Hi, Marva."
Okay.
Guessing that's me.
Okay. Okay. So it's indicating that your name could be Marva.
I suppose
Okay. And is um
it's John.
oh, the light coming towards you is John.
Yeah,
Okay. Hi, John.
it just seems like a beam of light, but I'm just so emotional seeing him. I don't even know why.
Hmm, that's an old friend.
Husband, I
Husband.
think.
Okay. Okay. Is what is his name in this incarnation that you're looking at?
We're not in an incarnation.
Okay. Okay.
He just asked me how I've been doing.
Okay.
I've missed him.
Hmm.
It's been hard without him.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's okay. It's all over now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what happened though.
How long has it been since you've seen him or been in his space?
8 years.
Okay. Is that human years or what type of time frame is that?
Human.
Human 8 years. Okay. Okay. And he's happy to see you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relieved.
Mm-hmm.
Says it's no, it's been hard without him.
Mm-hmm.
He wants me to know it's all over and you're home.
Mm-hmm. What was the reason? What what was the reason for you leaving, or for you to go away, or for him to go away?
He's trying to explain and I'm having a hard time hearing him.
Okay.
He said he died. Car accident?
Mm-hmm.
Carriage? It's still a little bit of a jumble.
Okay.
That might be because I'm still disoriented.
It's okay. So there was just an accident that took place.
Seeing image of a horse,
Okay.
bucking horse, yes,
Okay.
and a cart. Like the horse was scared and caused the cart to buck. it looks like he was in the front and got thrown off of it,
Hmm.
broke his neck,
Hmm.
died instantly.
Hmm. Okay. And that's why you weren't able to be with him?
Hmm.
Okay. So this is the first meeting since then.
He's come by to visit me every now and then, but I'd never noticed.
Okay. Okay.
He says, I'll always be with you.
Hmm. Is there a reason for your connection with him?
He's my friend, soulmate, I guess you could call it like that.
Hmm.
Um, this body wanted to know about soul groups, and he's in my soul group.
Okay. Okay. Are there others that are like him that he can introduce you to?
Um, yeah, he's taking that. I don't really have a hand, but he's taking my hand and taking me out of this dark area and towards the light.
Okay.
I'm still kind of stuck in it though.
Okay.
I can't seem to move. I keep seeing like the shafts of light.
Hmm.
Um, he's still holding my hand, waiting for me to let go.
Hmm.
I'm not let go of him, just let go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, I seem unwilling to move forward, like I'm slightly afraid.
Hmm. Has he taken you anywhere before that would give you any reason to not trust him or hurt you in any way?
No, he's always been good.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell him that you're experiencing some fear? Maybe he has some words to help you release the fear.
He just says, I know, just trust me.
As a true friend would.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you get to choose. Do you trust your friend?
He's enveloping me,
Okay.
kind of like a hug.
Yeah. I'm sure it feels good to have a hug from your friend after a long time.
It's been so long.
Yeah. He seems like a good
I look up and I ask him, why am I afraid?
friend. Hmm.
You've always been afraid at this point.
Mm.
Ask him why.
Hmm.
It's just one of your things you need to work on.
And is he always there to hold your hand?
Always.
Always. That's amazing.
It's like I want to go with him, but I'm still somewhat afraid.
Hmm.
The Waterman is it's calm,
Hmm.
it's quiet.
Hmm.
There's nobody else around except for him.
Hmm.
It's peaceful.
Yeah, it seems really peaceful and comfortable. I could understand not wanting to leave that.
He says I can stay here for a little while longer if I want.
Hmm. He'll stay there with you?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that he wants to share with you since it's been so long since you've seen each other?
I've loved you since the dawn of time.
Mm.
I feel like he says been together for the number I see is 50,000 years.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a long time.
Mhm. Doesn't feel like it. He says, yeah, that's because time's different here.
Yeah. And what do you have to say to him? That's your old pal.
Don't be such an ass next time.
Did he hurt your feelings?
No, it was more playful.
Okay.
It's kind of like, yeah, you hit someone in the chest. Like, don't be such an ass next time.
Okay.
And he laughs at that.
Can he show you where you've done this before and it's all worked out, that it's been fine to
He's,
maybe ease your fear a little bit?
mm, I keep hearing not yet.
Okay.
You need to move forward, not backwards.
Okay. Okay. So is it truly just a matter of trusting?
No, I trust him.
Hmm.
He's very patient.
Hmm.
And it's like, I want to move forward, but I feel like I just need to stay here for a while. It's calm, it's relaxing, it's quiet.
Hmm.
None of that intensity of that nonsense down below,
Mm-hmm.
the hustle and bustle.
Hmm. Okay. So it's been a little chaotic.
Life is chaos.
Yeah.
That's why we incarnate here.
Yeah.
This life is just, ugh. I can't remember anything from it at the moment, but I just go, ugh, that was a rough one.
Hmm. Does he have anything to say about that? About life in general? Or that incarnation?
You did a good job.
Hmm.
You were a good mother to our kids.
Hmm.
It's it.
Is there a question about your your job as a mother or how you showed up as a mother?
I don't think I did a very good job. I feel like sometimes I was too stern on them.
Okay. And how many kids did you have?
Two,
Okay.
boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl. Okay.
I felt bad because I really wanted a girl and was disappointed when I had my child, the first one.
Hmm.
I tried to love him as best as I could. It wasn't until the daughter was born that I was happy.
Hmm.
The name's not Marva, it's Sarah.
Okay.
A little confused.
It's okay. Okay. So how did your two children turn out? What did they end up doing?
My son went into the war.
Okay.
I think he died in battle.
Okay.
He was 18. Um, my daughter, I can see her face, but only as a child.
Hmm.
Um, I think I had her later in life.
Okay.
And then I don't know, but I feel like I want to say 8, but more like 5 or 6.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know what happened to her.
Okay. Okay. And how did you meet John? As a as a husband, as a partner?
Met at a party with some friends.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was a outdoor gathering. It was a little quiet and shy. I thought he was cute.
Hmm.
Nice little smile. A little skinny though. Why is he so skinny? He has a nice smile about him.
Hmm.
Kind of a goofy hat, but he was nice. I liked him.
Okay. And what do you remember what you were wearing when you met him?
White dress, flower imprint.
Okay.
Hair was down.
Hmm. What color was your hair?
Uh, um, how would I describe it? Dusty, dirty blonde,
Okay.
shoulder length.
Hmm.
I think I asked him to dance with me because he was so quiet and shy.
Hmm. So you had to make the first move.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know how some guys are.
Yeah.
You just got to kick him in the butt and get him moving.
Yeah, you got to take the first step.
That's okay. I know he was a little worried about that, but he's still cute.
Yeah. It seems like it worked out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So we got married a year later.
Okay.
1848, I think. 49.
Okay.
I want to say 1850. Something about that date's important.
Hmm. Okay.
It wasn't the Civil War that my son died in. It was another war.
Okay.
A skirmish of some form.
Okay. And can you tell where you're living?
A farm, nice open fields, grass,
Hmm.
a couple trees near the house. Keep it from getting too hot in the summertime.
Yeah.
It's Virginia, so it gets mighty hot.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any animals that you tend to?
I don't. John does.
John does the work. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense. The man does the outdoor work.
That's what they're good at.
Okay.
I got a dog.
Is it a big dog or a small dog?
It's kind of like a medium-sized dog, kind of a scraggly little mutt. Likes to follow me around.
Hmm.
He's a good boy. Keeps prairie dogs and other vermin.
Hmm.
Keeps them away.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we don't need any vermin around.
Nah.
So you tend to the house, and then John tends to the outside of the house, the yard and things.
He deals with the animals. I do. Yeah, there's some housework, but I also help out in the fields too.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of him having to do everything by himself.
Hmm.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
So as I get bored, so this keeps me busy.
Okay. Do you have how do you make your money so you can survive and buy things?
We sell wheat and some smaller animals, goats, chickens, that sort of thing. Sells them at a market.
Okay.
I think John was also in a fire brigade
Uh,
or some sort. He helped out in town. He had a group of friends that they would work together.
mm,
It feels kind of like a volunteer effort.
Hmm.
That's why I was thinking like a volunteer firefighter or something like that, but
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
He didn't always tell me everything.
But you two had a good partnership.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Once he learned to not be such a dork.
Well, boys tend to do that.
Mm, some do. Some are jerks.
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't. He was a good guy.
Yeah, he seems like it.
He's very patient,
Hmm.
especially with the kids.
Hmm.
He knew that I liked my daughter better.
Hmm.
He also knew that I felt bad about that, but he tried to treat the kids equally, just the same.
Hmm. Was there a reason why you favored one or the over the other?
I mean, as a mother, we shouldn't. We should love both of our kids all the same, but I wanted a girl.
Hmm.
I always wanted to have a little girl ever since I was a little girl.
Hmm. Did your mother feel the same towards you? Do you know?
My mother was kind of cold and stern. Not bad,
Hmm.
just cold and stern.
Hmm.
Dad was a little bit better, but he was also kind of distant.
Hmm.
I think it was just me as a kid.
Okay.
I don't I don't remember any siblings.
Okay. Okay. But you ended up having a good relationship with your daughter, but you said it was short for life?
My life with her, yes.
Yeah.
Um, she was still alive when I died.
Okay.
That's weird. I keep trying to remember how I died, but it's sudden.
Uh-huh.
That might explain why I was so afraid, but coughing. I'm in bed, I'm coughing
Hmm.
a lot.
Hmm.
There's someone else there with me. I don't recognize him, a friend of some form.
Hmm.
He's trying to, he's putting his hand on my forehead. He's trying to cool me down. I think I have some kind of a fever.
Hmm. Okay.
Pneumonia or something. I don't know. All I know is I just keep seeing myself coughing and coughing and it's starting to hurt a lot.
Hmm.
Body hurts.
Hmm.
He keeps telling me you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. I see my daughter. She's standing there holding a doll and she's crying and I want to be able to comfort her, but I can't stop coughing.
Yeah. I'm sure that was scary for both of you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just died.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel I can breathe.
Okay. That's good. It's a relief.
Yeah, I can breathe. I can feel myself. I'm floating.
Yeah.
No more pain.
Hmm.
Huh. I thought this would be different. It just feels so like light.
Hmm. No more baggage.
Ah,
Hmm.
none. It's like I look down and yeah, I can look down. I'm floating. I can look down. I can see my body. I can see my friend
Yeah.
Steve. Yeah, it's Steve.
That was at your bedside.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's my guide also.
Okay.
Um, he's trying to make it look like I'm still alive so he doesn't scare my daughter.
Hmm. Yeah.
He calls in someone and they take her out of the room.
Hmm.
Um, I feel so sorry for her because I know she'll be okay,
Mm-hmm.
but poor little kid, she's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I know I don't have arms per se, but I still reach out to comfort her. I hold her the way I did whenever she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to make her feel a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to go.
Okay.
So I let her go
Mm-hmm.
and start floating up. Mm, now I'm back in the water, but it's brighter. It's like I'm transitioning out of this darkness. I'm floating up.
Uh-huh.
It's more light now. And it's like I guess like a tunnel. It's just bright and fast and very fast, but not terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm through.
Okay.
Wow, it was really bright here. It's like light everywhere.
Mm.
There's John.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's John? Okay.
He's right there.
He's right there. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you made it. I told you there's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh.
It's weird. It's like on one hand, it's like a light everywhere, but not intense.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of see some images of a field as well. So
Okay.
it says it's like a staging area. What's it mean by a staging area? What does that mean? You're here to rest for a little while before you head on.
Okay.
Because he knows I like fields.
Okay. Okay.
And I feel like so I know I just saw Steve, but I feel like a part of him is still here
Mm-hmm.
because he's also here too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me that that's the energy of me that's still here.
Okay. So is there a part of us that stays there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We only take a small portion of ourselves with us when we go down to Earth.
Okay. Okay. So are there others there with you in that staging area?
There's other people around. Like I can see people and kids and whatnot, but mm, really all I see is just John and Steve.
Okay. Okay. And as you're kind of interpreting them, are they in their what form are they in?
Well, it's like they take a human form,
Mhm.
but they're light.
Okay.
Not light as in like a feather, light as in they're emanating light.
Mhm.
Almost I want to say like translucent. It's interesting.
Mm. Do John and Steve have different colors, or do they have like different energy signatures?
Yellow from John.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a vibrant yellow. I'm blue, kind of like a light blue.
Okay.
Steve, uh, green and some white, but I don't think I've fully acclimated yet.
Okay.
The color blue definitely stands out,
Hmm.
but it's more. I know it's me.
Hmm.
This body was curious about soul advancement. I'm a level 5. He's thinking about that physician, the psychologist. I've been doing this a long time. It's starting to come back now.
Hmm.
Bits and pieces.
Okay. And what does level 5 mean?
Advanced.
Okay. How many levels are there?
Infinite. I mean, you know, Mark wants to know in comparison to what the doctor had suggested, and that was just the doctor's way of being able to quantify what we are, but you can't quantify infinity.
No, you can't.
Um, but if it makes him feel better, yes, he's not a quote unquote young soul. I've been doing this a long time.
Okay. Okay. Um, what would be how would you describe the difference between, well, I guess first let me ask, would a level one be considered like a newer soul?
A child.
A child? Okay. So what are some of the differences between like a one and a five?
It's experiences. One's fresh, they're just born, they lots of energy, they're exuberant, just like little kids, they like to play. It's their first time down on earth.
Mhm.
So, they make their stumblings and their mistakes and whatnot, but they're very jovial and it's cute.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to be condescending, but
Mhm.
it's cute.
Mhm.
Um, the more advanced you become, yeah, you kind of look at them like children.
Mhm.
That's really the best way to describe it. Is you look at them like children. But I've been doing this for a while, so still lessons to be learned.
Mhm.
Uh, he wanted to know what he was studying.
Mhm.
Huh. Now, that doctor was right about one thing: a harmonizer, but more like a mediator. I like to work on bringing balance to energy and bringing balance to people.
Mhm.
It's all about balance.
Mhm.
And it's one thing that this body's always wondered about because it's always middle of the road, the left, the right, be balanced. It's just who I am. I like having everything be peaceful and balanced.
Mhm.
And I had that with John.
Mhm. Were there any lessons from that lifetime that you just left? Were there lessons that you learned from that life?
Quite a few. I mean, we don't usually just go down for just one lesson. It's usually several.
Okay.
Some of it was to not be afraid. That's something I've always had a problem with.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing better,
Uh-huh.
lot better. Previous lives, ugh. Yeah, it's par for the course. This body does need to let you know that it does need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
So I don't. I'm good at the moment, but it just wanted me to tell you that.
Okay.
Um, let's see lessons. So it's still a little bit of a jumble because when you first come back, it can be a little disorienting.
Mhm.
Um, Try to be a good parent. That was one thing I wanted to work on.
Mhm.
Was never really good with kids in previous lives. So strange because I've been doing this for so long and I work so well with the younger souls. Why would I have this problem in life?
Mm. Is there a difference when they're your own versus someone else's?
The responsibility.
Mhm.
I mean, it's one thing when you're working with other folks, other souls. You know, you have that sense of detachment.
Mhm.
You can work with them and not worry about them, but then when you're responsible for them in an immediate way, it can be quite terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. What other what are the lessons or things that Sarah was supposed to learn?
I don't know. Um, Hate, anger. I must have had some hateful past lives. I don't really remember them.
Mhm.
It was more to how to overcome it in others.
So others, anger or hatred.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that's the reason why I came back during the time I did, because it was a time of major upheaval and hatred and anger.
Okay.
The Yankees wanted to take over the country, and I didn't have any issues with it, but a lot of people really didn't like them.
Hmm. And you said that your son died in the war.
A war,
A war.
skirmish. I don't.
Okay.
I wasn't there for it. I just got the. I remember getting the notice, and part of me felt bad because I mean, I was sad, but I didn't. I didn't feel that. It was some guilt. I didn't feel like a parent should when they find out their child had died. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he chose this. It was his decision.
Hmm.
I didn't want him to go,
Yeah.
but he was a grown man.
Hmm.
Hmm. Boys make stupid decisions. Always thinking with their head, never thinking with their heads. They always think with their hearts and their asses.
Not the head.
The one thing they need to be thinking with.
Is there anything that John wants you to know from that lifetime?
Stop being afraid of who you are and what you're capable of.
Hmm.
That's more of a message for the current life than the past life.
Hmm.
He said I did a good job, all things considered.
Hmm.
It was a difficult time.
Hmm.
Idiots in the South wouldn't give up their stupid ways.
Hmm.
At least that's what I was hearing.
Hmm. And you were living in Virginia?
At the time, yes. Now you would refer to it as West Virginia.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
This body is correct. It's Petersburg.
Petersburg. Okay.
Wichita, Kansas is where I was born. My family moved there when I was younger.
Okay. Okay. So West Virginia. But in that was at that time,
Yeah.
West Virginia.
No, it's just Virginia. Folks out here can be a little goofy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And Steve was he was a doctor?
Neighbor.
Neighbor. Okay.
He was a good friend of John's.
Just a good friend. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Always came in to check on us, see how we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he liked me, but
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't my type.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any place John wants to take you? Is there any place that you go after the staging area?
Hmm. One moment. The tapestry of life.
Mm.
His body's tried to do a past life regression and saw it briefly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how my thread's doing.
Okay.
It's big. Not the thread, that the tapestry, not my thread. My thread stands out. I can see it. It's purple, little hints of like teal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, the tapestry just it goes on forever.
Mm-hmm.
There's other people milling about.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. One of the I guess you can call him librarians just walked up to me and he's like, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here just now."
Uh-oh.
Um, I thought it could be here. He's like, "No, no, 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 no. Go meet with your counsel first."
Tell me a little bit more about the tapestry.
It's the thread of every life that has ever lived.
Mm.
It's the thread of every soul that's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on and on and on forever.
Hmm. How is the color of your thread determined?
Your age and your experiences.
Okay. So does your color change? The color of your thread change
As you gain more experience, yes.
as you get okay.
White seems to be predominantly for the newer.
Okay.
Darker as you get more advanced. Not black. Humans have this weird fixation that black is evil. It's not. But darker.
Hmm.
Like purple, violet. It's like when you get towards the end of your incarnations.
Hmm.
After that, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. And are you generally not allowed to see the tapestry? Is that why the person was there?
No, I can. It's just
Mm.
like little eager,
Okay.
an eager beaver. I wanted to go see it.
Yeah.
I always liked it. And I just want to see how did I do? How did I do?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, go see your counsel first. They'll tell you how you did.
Okay. All right. All right. So now you have to go to council?
Mm-hmm. I'm
Okay.
there.
Okay. What is council like? What does council have to say?
There's four of them there.
Okay.
Kind of sitting slightly above um, the hmm, some souls call him a chairperson, but the the chief, the head, whatever you want to call him.
Mm.
Mm, seems kind of like at first glance like a stern, almost like a grumpy judge holding a gavel, but he's just now he's laughing. I was like, no, that's just a misinterpretation.
Mhm.
You're still coming out of it, kiddo.
Mm.
Yeah, I can see him a lot more clearly now. That visage is gone. Just asked me if I felt like I did what I intended to do.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like I did better this time around than I did last time.
Mhm.
I mean, there's always room for improvement.
Mhm.
Um, I tell myself I don't want to nitpick too closely because then I might regress and be stagnant.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's a problem this body has. Overanalyzes everything. So something I've tried to work on.
Mhm.
They're telling me I did a good job.
Okay.
Go rest. And I got work to do. I just got here. Can I just rest? Yeah,
Yeah.
we told you you can rest. I feel like they got a good sense of humor.
Uh-huh. And you said there's four members of the council?
Mm-hmm.
Are they male? Are they female? Or other?
One's female energy, one's male energy. The other two are more androgynous, I guess. I see them more as light than as human physical form.
Okay.
Um, they're fairly quiet,
Mhm.
um, just kind of observing.
Mhm.
I think that's why I like them because I can relate to that.
Uh-huh.
The observing part, just watching. But the female I also like. She's very calm, got a nice smile. I mean, they're all nice, but
Mhm.
I mean, she's got a nice calm smile about her.
Mhm.
It's very reassuring.
And everyone goes to visit them once they kind of cross over and go to the kind of staging area.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Okay.
That's humans think of a life review,
Mm-hmm.
and it's similar, but um, An observation this body has made is wondering if the life review that folks that have almost crossed over go through is the same as what we go through, and it's not. The ones that go through those kinds of life reviews are meant to go through those so they can understand that they need to make course corrections with their lives.
Okay.
For,
And then they get sent back.
correct.
Got it. Okay.
The type of reviews that those types of folks usually have are usually meant to be painful and traumatic, because then they see things from all sides, not just from their side, but from the people that they loved and that they hurt. That way they understand they need to make those corrections. The rest of us, we do that afterwards, but even then it's not that intense.
Okay.
It's more cooperative. We work with our friends on that.
Okay. Okay. It's a good distinction.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good distinction. So how is it determined about your next mission, your next adventure?
First off, when we're ready.
Okay.
And then sometimes we go to help out our friends. So it's never all about yourself. It's always about helping everybody out. So sometimes you incarnate into a soul, or uh, you incarnate into a body, and the purpose for that is to help your friends. It's like a form of self-sacrifice. It's not always about yourself.
Okay. Okay. But is there always a lesson or lessons even within that when you're incarnating for a friend?
Sure, it could be anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it could be anything from learning how to treat your friends better, or let go of certain emotions, or sometimes you have to take a short life so that way the people that love you can understand what it's like to lose someone. Or sometimes you have to go and take a life that will be short because you have to learn something. There's any number of reasons.
So does the number, how do you advance in your your level of maturity? Is it number of lives? Is it the types of experience when you're in a life? What are the
It's quality.
quality? Okay.
It's not quantity, it's quality.
Okay.
Some people take the slow path and they take the easy path. Some of us take the harder paths. The harder paths will get you there faster, but they can be more draining. The
Yeah.
slower paths are easier and they can be sometimes more fun, but you're not going to learn as much. I've done both.
Okay. Do you see a difference in yourself as a soul after an easier life than a hard life?
Mm, kind of like a vacation life.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it's nice to take a break.
Mhm.
I mean, we can do that here, but when we have to incarnate back, and people shouldn't feel like it's a chore. It's not a chore. We like to do it. It's just sometimes we want to change things up. Sometimes we just want to have a break.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And is this council in this kind of staging area, is this only for human incarnation, or is this for other types as well?
My dear, we're not in the staging area. We haven't been for a while.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I was clear on that.
Oh, no.
It is for sentient life.
Yes. Okay. There we go. That's my word.
Yeah, that's the clear. Humans are not the only life form out here. There are
Oh no.
countless life forms out there, and a lot of them are highly intelligent.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So is that a different council, or is it all the same council?
It's mine.
Okay.
It's mine and John. He's with me.
Okay.
He's off to my right. um, but yeah, it's mine. Everyone usually has their own council, or if they're closely paired, sometimes they'll have one council will look over a few different people.
Got it. Okay. 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 Is there any anything else that you want to share about this part of the journey, or is there anything that needs to be explored about this part of the journey?
Humans are afraid of death, and they really shouldn't be. They jokingly say it's easier than going to sleep. It's even easier than that. I mean, depending on how you die can be sometimes nerve-wracking or scary, but once it actually happens, it's just ugh, worry about so much.
Yeah, it seems very nice where you are.
It is. It's home.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem very nice. Well, and it is nice to go home, wherever home is.
How would I explain that? Difficult to conceptualize into words, but we'll just say it's another dimension,
Mm-hmm. Yep, that makes sense.
a different vibrational energy realm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
How is your body doing in terms of using the restroom?
It needs to go.
Okay, we can go. Or I mean, you can go. You can go. Is that something you'd like to get up and go do now?
If you wouldn't mind.
No, I don't mind. Okay. Would you like me to help you with your microphone?
Um, yes, if you don't mind.
Yep.
It's like I could probably snap out of it, but at the same point, I feel like if I did so by myself, that would be traumatic.
I got you.
Yes.
You're welcome. You are safe to get up.
Oh, wow, that's bright.
Yeah.
It's weird because, like, in my mind, I'm still at that council. So it's
Mm.
almost like I've just been paused.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I was kind of at that point where I could snap out, but I was waiting for your okay to say, go ahead.
Okay.
So
You and Sarah and everyone else are running the show. I'm just along for the ride. So if you need something, if your physical body needs something, you get to dictate.
oops, get that. Right. I'd say more like you're a conductor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Present day me says like an orchestra, but I keep getting an image of like a train conductor.
Okay.
So microphone's not obstructed.
Microphone is good.
Alrighty.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get myself.
It's all right.
Okay.
You good?
Should be.
All right. Wherever you would like to go from here. If there's anything else that wants to be addressed from council, you can get yourself back in that space. If there's anything else you want to say to John, to Steve, you can absolutely go back to say something else to them.
Mm, you keep talking about a room of requirement, and part of me is kind of confused because this life thinks of that from a Harry Potter novel, so I don't know why I keep hearing that.
Okay. So is there a room of requirement in kind of at council or kind of in that realm?
Something like that. It's definitely not council. It's just I think just go there next. So
Okay. Yeah, if you know how to get there, or if John can take you, or
yeah, I kind of look at him and shrug, and I'm like, he just kind of shakes his head and takes me.
yeah, it's like, oh, this guy or girl.
Um,
How do you address one another up there? How does he address you? Does he address you as your most recent experience, or does he address you as something different, something as like a more eternal name?
Elsa?
Elsa? Okay.
I'm still kind of coming out of this phase, so but yeah, that works.
Okay. Okay.
That's me, not him.
Yeah, yeah. And he's bringing you to the what room of requirement? That's like the best kind of way to describe it.
He just says, "You silly kid." He's just joking.
There is no room.
No, I'm just kind of. He's just taking me by my hand. I'm just following him along.
Okay.
Uh, feel like going down a corridor, sort of.
Mhm.
Back outside, back in the field.
The wheat field.
No, no, no. It's grass and trees and
Okay.
there was a vision this body had once during a past life, an attempted past life regression, and it wasn't attempted; it was legitimate. There's a sun off in the distance. At least that's how humans would perceive it. But it's more than just sun. It's souls and our energy form can go there.
Mhm.
It's mm, not quite part of the divine. It's an extension of it, but it's kind of like a I was supposed to say it's not really like rejuvenation. I mean, it does have that effect. It's like if you want to go and kind of get a sense of that oneness with everyone, you can go be a part of that for a while and just be part of that everlasting love and peace and joy, and it's quite nice. I've been there before. I don't really have an interest in it right now because I'm just sitting in the field.
Mhm.
I mean, the light feels nice, obviously,
Mhm.
but and it's like a park. That's the best way to describe it. It's kind of like a park.
Mhm.
Um, the sky's white, it's not blue.
Mhm.
That seems normal. It's only on Earth and a few other planets where it's blue.
Okay.
But there's other people milling about. It's kind of like just a it's like a recreational area. You just go spend time,
Mhm.
rest, relax.
And is this what the council meant by go ahead and go relax?
Yeah,
Okay. So you go to this place.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. I mean, it sounds very pleasant.
it is.
And there's others just kind of minding their business, doing whatever makes them feel good?
Yeah, yeah, milling about. Just like how can I explain it? It's kind of like Central Park.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um, this body's been there. Not as busybody and high energy and intense and just the of the city. It's there's souls. They're there. They're just enjoying just being there.
Mhm.
It's nice. It's a good place to relax and rejuvenate. So maybe it wasn't room of requirement. Maybe it was more like rejuvenation. I don't know.
Room of rejuvenate versus room of requirement.
Yeah, but room is very much a human word. This
Yeah.
is more like realm.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. 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 I can see that. I can see that totally. Okay. And how are you maneuvering? Are you floating? Are you intending to be in a space and just appearing there? How are you transporting yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
um, a little bit of everything. I
Okay.
can. It's like I'm sitting right now, and I'm sitting in human form. I'm actually wearing that same dress that I wore the first night I met John.
Okay.
Um, but we just kind of appeared there. If you will it, you go there. If you want to float there, you float there. If you want to fly there, you fly there. You want to walk there, you walk there. You basically, it thought is everything.
Yeah. Okay.
You decide what you want to do, and it is so.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you know when you receive your next assignment?
Oh, geez, I haven't even gotten that far yet.
Oh, okay.
I just got back. There's a lot you got to do. If you're talking about incarnation, that could be a while, at least in how humans would perceive it.
Uh-huh.
Um, right now, I'm just here, just relaxing.
Mhm.
1 second. Ask John where we're going next. And he's like, oh, we can go see your friends if you want. And I think he means what you call soul group.
Okay.
So we get up and we're there.
Mhm.
I mean, there's relative.
Mhm.
Uh, 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of us, not including John and me. So it's no 6 total, including John.
Okay.
Um, I see them. I know them,
Mhm.
but they're just light. That's all I do. I see light, and for whatever reason, they're all white light,
Okay.
which I know is not correct, but it's probably because I'm trying to rush through this too quickly.
Yeah, well, just let yourself arrive there and let the light and the colors and
Oh, yeah, yep. Seeing some blues and greens now.
okay.
Oh, lots of blues and greens.
Okay. And you were a blue and a green, right?
Uh, blue. It's kind of like I can't properly describe it because it's a shade of hmm. It fluctuates. It's like a shade of blue. How can I describe it? The problem is humans are limited to a very small spectrum of light that they can see and perceive.
Mhm.
And this goes so far beyond because it's just like there's a depth, there's a texture, there's a warmth, there's so much to it.
Okay.
I would say the closest would be a combination of what this human would refer to as traditional blue
Mhm.
with some lighter elements,
Okay.
but not as mm, yeah, that's about as best as I can do. There's an intensity to it that's not quite there
Okay.
when
That's
in
fair.
human terms.
Okay. And the other lights you said are also kind of in that same blue color?
A few more greens. A couple of them still have some little flecks of yellow in them, so they're younger, less advanced. I'm not meaning that as an insult.
Mhm.
Um, my mother is there, or at least the one who perceived as my mother this life. She's got a little bit more yellow in her.
Okay.
Yeah, yellow flecks.
Mhm.
My father's not part of this group. He's a neighboring group.
Okay.
Huh. I can see him waving at me from the distance. It's kind of just like a hey,
Mhm.
welcome back.
Uh,
And it's weird because even though, all right, so this might be the in between my this current life and my life as Sarah, but I'm also there now.
okay.
Because time has no meaning, at least
Mhm.
not linear time.
Mhm.
Everything's just
It's just
now,
now. Yep.
right? So because this body is also wondering how is it possible that I'm seeing the soul that would be my father in this life when I'm actually still Sarah, and it's because time doesn't have the same meaning.
Mhm.
Hmm. I think I would remember that by now.
We forget. It's okay. We always remember though.
Yes, we do, and sometimes it takes a while, especially when it's been a long life or a hard life. I got a couple of them. One of them is my brother from a while back,
Mhm.
400 years ago, 500 years. Time's all funky here.
Mm.
Well, time's correct for us here. It's just how humans perceive it.
Perceive it to be, yeah.
Yeah, they're all happy to see me.
Okay.
Uh, said I did a good job.
Okay.
Okay, well, appreciate it. They're all happy. Like I said, they're all happy to see me. Hmm. It's kind of like when you meet with friends that you haven't seen in a while,
Mhm.
but you're not like overly like, yeah, 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 yeah. You're just like, hey, it's good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you feel as connected to them?
they're not part of my original soul group.
Okay.
Um, because we've all advanced, we all started somewhere else, so we study together.
Okay.
John's handing me a jar, but it's not obviously not a real jar, but
Uh-huh.
it is. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so they're all standing. Well, standing,
Mhm.
floating around me. I guess would be a good way of phrasing it.
Okay.
And he's in more of a physical form, but he's handing me this jar. This jar is my energy that I left home because I have to reunite with it.
Interesting. Okay.
So I take the jar and I just, and again, it's not a real jar,
Mhm.
but I just take the light and yep, merge the light with me, and I feel better now. Got all my energy back.
Mhm.
Oof. It's like I got the. I'm starting to memory's a little bit different up here.
Mhm.
When I say I'm remembering my past lives, it's not so much that I'm remembering them sequentially. It's I'm remembering who I am when I'm
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
and it's like it's almost like when it's like when someone is told a compliment and it's such a nice compliment that also they just kind of stand up and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm so much better now. It's like, yeah, it's just that you get that little pep in your step, but it's not so much a pep. It's just more like an inflation. It's like, yes, I remember who I am now.
Mm.
And it's like I can see myself more as that like that willowy wisp that I saw before I came here
Mhm.
in the forest.
Mhm.
That was like me, but wasn't me. That was I want to say that was a guardian, but that was also me at the same time. It's I'm still trying to figure it out. But yes, I feel better.
Okay. And let's just unpack kind of what just happened. So you had a part of you split off, or there's a piece of you that stays up there when you incarnate and come down to earth, or how does that work?
If you take too much energy with you, it's going to be too intense for the body. You can burn it out.
Okay.
The neurons in a child is extremely delicate and unformed, and it can be too much.
Yeah.
So we usually leave a part of our energy. It also keeps us anchored at home.
Hmm.
Uh, so that way, when we transition down, it's not harmful to the child.
Hmm.
I left, and I tend to do this a lot. I leave more of my energy than other souls
Hmm.
because I just don't need it. Now,
Hmm.
this body, I'm talking about the body speaking to you.
Hmm.
I've left the most amount of energy back home that I have ever, which is the reason why this body feels like it can be drained so quickly around other people and needs to recharge so constantly.
Hmm. Okay.
That also explains why uh, I'm so sensitive
Uh-huh.
to other people's energies, is because my energy in its full strength would overpower everything else and I wouldn't sense it. So this is part of the reason why I wanted to come here, was to learn how to sense other people's energies a bit better. It's part of being a harmonizer. You need to know how to read people and be able to work with their energies in a way that can help balance things out.
Hmm. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And then you get essentially rejuvenated when you come back because
Mm-hmm.
you get the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. and you get the rest of you, and what happens to your soul group? How do you switch soul groups?
As you progress, everyone progresses at a different pace. Some people learn more quickly, others don't. And as you learn, sometimes you outgrow the needs of the group that you're in,
Mhm,
and you're moved into another group that is best suited to help you learn and grow, and for you to help them learn and grow.
mhm,
And also to start learning how to do whatever it is that you want to do when you're home.
mhm,
I like balance, so harmonizing, mediation, that's what I like to do.
mhm.
Other people like to heal. I've tried that a little bit, and it's interesting. I feel more of an more drawn towards the need to help restore and maintain balance because it's so critical for life to function.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. It's much like, when you're in the human incarnation, groups of friends change and you
Hmm.
just grow and move on.
Yeah, and some people get nervous or sad or upset when that happens. It's a part of it's a part of life as a human, as a part of life of any other sentient species, and it's a part of life as a soul.
Mhm.
It just happens.
Yep. Okay.
I've done that many times in this body,
Yeah.
and he's always felt neglecting them by not reaching out to them, and that's not it at all. We all have parts to play.
Mhm.
Sometimes the parts we play are only for a short period, and other times they're meant for long term. But they're always for lessons, whether it's for us or it's for the other person. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's a perspective that most humans don't have.
Humans are tribal.
Yeah.
They're used to this sort of thing. They need stability. They need comfort. They need that constant set of friends, and it's something that I sometimes struggle with. It's a human thing,
Yeah.
but for souls, it's all about going back home. It's all about helping each other so that we can go back and become with the one again.
Mhm.
Take everything that we've learned, go back and become with the one again.
Mhm.
And you don't lose your sense of self when you become with the one. You still retain it.
Mhm.
At least that's what I've been told.
Mhm.
I mean, haven't gotten there yet. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Yeah. How do you find out longer you have to, how much longer it will take you to be able to go back with the one?
There's no time frame. There's no time frame. There's no schedule. There's no schedule A, B, C, or anything. That nonsense that humans like to categorize and quantify, and it
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. You go when you're ready, and that's what your council of elders, if you want to call it that. They
Mhm.
have many different names, but your council is there, your guides are there. That's all part of that. And then after you've reached a point where you don't need to incarnate, you still have so much to do. There's so much to learn.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, it
mean,
seems endless.
mm,
Not in a bad way though, but just like a lot, a lot.
to a human, it can feel endless. To us, it just is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's exciting.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Humans might be terrified of it. Oh, I've been reincarnating for 50,000 years. Oh my God. It it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's funny. So you said John brought you to your soul family,
Group.
your group, sorry, your soul group. And is there any other place that you go with him or go after this? Do you spend some time with them?
We're in a conference room.
Okay.
Sometimes, not right now. Right now, I'm still with my friends, but so usually the next step is to do the life review, and the best way to describe it from this perspective is it's like being in a large classroom, but almost kind of like a conference room, and we're all just kind of huddled around this large table, and it's got a projector. No, that's not accurate. Think like a holographic projection that you see in your sci-fi movies,
Mhm.
but it's not a projection; it's real. And we go through all the key points, the good, the bad, and we take a look and see, well, what could you have done in this life, or what could you have done that way? And sometimes I go back in and I relive it. And sometimes I go into the other person's body to see what they were going through. And then sometimes my friends jump in and they can see how they would have handled it. The whole point is to understand the things we did right, the things that we needed to work on, and to find ways to make sure that we do better the next time we come down.
Mhm.
It's not terrifying. It's not painful.
Mhm.
It just is.
It seems very valuable.
Learning is valuable.
Yeah, that seems very valuable, particularly to see other people's perspectives of the same situation.
Hmm. A lot of humans have a hard time understanding that.
Mhm.
They're so fixated on their ideas the right way, and makes them very closed-minded, and it brings their vibrations down.
Mhm.
Uh, those are those are usually newer souls,
Mhm.
or ones that get stuck in ruts.
Mhm.
I've tried to help them in the past, but me learning how to better balance energies, I feel like that'll be more use. I'm thinking hopefully more on a cosmic scale, although I don't quite know what that means yet. That's just what I've been told.
Okay.
But people on this world, they just get so fixated on the wrong things.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting world. It's a lot of things going here, a lot of emotions, a lot of anger, hate, love,
Mhm.
passion, joy, peace. It's it's an intense place to learn,
Mhm.
but it's a good one. You learn faster here,
Mhm.
a lot faster.
Yeah.
Even when you take a filler life, just kind of a lazy life where you don't really do much, you still learn. And this body was worried if this was a filler life, and this is absolutely not a filler life.
No. No, I'd imagine not. Okay. So you do your life review
Hmm.
and oh, actually I have a question. So your soul group that you're with, are there people that are in this body's friend group in present day?
My sister Susan,
Okay.
she can be annoying at times, but she's good at keeping people on their toes
Hmm.
so that they always stick to what they're supposed to be doing.
Hmm.
I wasn't particularly thrilled at finding out she was going to be my sister because she can be, as this body would refer to, as a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
But she's very good at what she does. So, as far as learning to develop, that's a good thing.
Hmm.
She was never a parent in a previous life. We've been siblings before.
Hmm.
We've been friends before, but she felt that I needed to learn a harder lesson in the past about how to deal with adversity in family groups. That's part of the reason why my family is the way it
Hmm.
is the adversity between her and me,
Hmm.
and between my mother and her,
Okay. So she's playing a very specific role in your development.
among other things. Yes,
Okay.
and like I said, it's not just about me; it's about her. She has to learn to not be so caught up in the moment,
Hmm.
and she needs to learn to just kind of set back and calm. She's always been very high energy. Every life she's ever taken has always been high energy, and that's one of the good things about her husband is he calms her down,
Hmm.
and she needs that. Uh, she's not going to advance much further if she doesn't learn to calm down.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Are there any others that are kind of from this present lifetime?
In this lifetime, Oscar. Um, Recent addition to the group. Him, not me.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been friends for a while. He's been a brother,
Mm-hmm.
a real brother, not just like a friend brother. He's always a good person. Um, I mean, obviously he's incarnated in with a different group of souls this particular time because of the distance between this body and his.
Mm-hmm.
But he's good. He's a good guy, good soul. He really likes to help people.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a dork, and that definitely shows in this life. He's where I get a lot of my jokes from.
Okay. Are there others?
Mm, well, the other two, I think they're new. Because like I look at them and I see them, but I don't see any faces.
Mm-hmm.
Just energy.
Okay.
Um, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think they just joined our group.
Okay. So you'll get to know them.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
there you are. It was one of them was hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Just waved at me, and that's Bryn,
Yeah.
the woman that this body just met.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a friend. I don't know if I'd quite say soulmate because that's kind of an unusual term that humans like to throw around because we're all souls and we're all mates. Um, I don't know too much more about her from a future perspective because I'm not supposed to know.
Right.
Um, one second. Hmm. I asked her what was the point for us to incarnate in this life, meaning the current one.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, we'll be friends. We'll be husband and wife. Okay. Just very, just very, very friendly, chipper, happy. She's very almost vivacious.
Uh-huh.
The other one, that one's definitely new.
Okay.
So Bryn is new to this group. She is not new to me.
Okay.
I think that's one way I'd preface it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a solid group.
Yeah, John's still there. He's been there the entire time.
Yeah.
Not a dork like he was in life, but still just that nice, calm, pleasant energy.
Mm-hmm.
He says he goes by Armand.
Armand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I can still call him John. He's fine with that.
Yeah. Is Armand only when you're there, like in that room?
Not always. I mean, he has his own things to do, just like we all do.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, well, also yeah, room is. It's weird because it's like I keep shifting back and forth. Rooms is such a it, it's a spiritual space. That's really the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we shift back and forth between when I first meet them and then we're in the conference, the classroom ish type area.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can be in two separate spaces at once.
Yeah. Okay. Are there other members of your soul group that serve as guides for you in this present lifetime?
Amy, but she's not a part of my group.
Okay.
She's oh, I can see her now. How would I describe her? Older,
Mm-hmm.
not in appearance. She's definitely not old looking, but she's just older, but still jovial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Council member in training is what she says
For herself or for you?
for her.
Okay.
So yeah, she's there. She's there if I need her.
Okay.
I tend to lean on Armand and Steve a bit more, partly because of my connection with Armand, and then Steve just because he's I guess mentored probably be the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. And is there any sense? I mean, and I know time is whatever it is. Um, how long you all have been together? Like, how long have they been your guides?
Oh,
I know you said for John, it's been like 50,000 years.
thousands of years. Time is meaningless here,
Yeah.
but in human terms, yes, thousands of years.
Okay.
Although Amy's more of a recent addition, I think it's just because I've advanced in my learning.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Not quite sure. She's a darker blue, very dark blue, mm, almost like a violet.
Mm. And they've obviously been with you kind of through the thick and the thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there any place that you're supposed to go now? Or are you still in your rejuvenation time? Or no, sorry, you were in the conference room.
Mm-hmm. One sec. I looked at John and asked him, "What now?"
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we're done.
Okay.
Takes my hand yet again. It's a playful energy of him left over from when he was John.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ah, we'll go. I don't know where he's taking me. Just images, just pulling my arm along.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Feels like a large theater
Okay.
with a very big, massive. Why are we here now? Interesting. Life selection.
Hmm.
Um, Doing this now all of a sudden? That's weird. It's more like a pre-planning. It's not like I'm actually going to be selecting life. It's more of like kind of like a presentation of things to work on
Okay.
with different lives.
Okay.
But I can't see. It's like I know there's images on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see them clearly. It's probably because some of these are things that have not happened yet.
Okay, that's fair.
And John says these are the lives that you get to choose from,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't go right away. You still have a lot to do.
Okay. So it's almost like showing it to you so you can think about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you get an idea, you take a look, see what looks interesting,
Mm-hmm.
Something sticks out that you wanted to go for, you go for it. If not, then you come back and you talk to your friends and figure out how you want to make it work.
Huh.
I see the life that I'm in right now and I say, I like him. That should be interesting.
Okay.
I've never been male before, so let's see how that goes.
Okay.
Which is weird, I guess. Hmm,
Relative.
I guess.
Yeah. So have all the lives prior to this been female?
Mm, yeah, so remember, I'm still kind of in this jumbled state, so everything's starting to slowly come back.
Yeah.
I have been male before, but it's been a very, very long time.
Okay.
So yes, I generally tend to prefer female form.
Okay.
It's just the energy just feels better. Guys are male energies. It can be rough and intense and just abrasive.
Hmm.
Feminine energy is much more smoother, more in line with the cosmos.
Oh, okay. 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 So you get a little sneak peek.
Like a trailer, sure.
Yeah, like a trailer. Okay. And then John just sends you back with your friends or Armand.
Mm, still in the theater, still looking.
Okay.
It's a lot to take in.
Oh, I'd imagine so.
Yeah, I'm just still, I don't know. It feels like I'm just kind of, images just moving around and around.
Hmm.
It's kind of oddly relaxing in here.
And this is pre-planning. Is it just for human form or is it any form?
Sentient form.
Okay.
Um, wouldn't make sense to reincarnate as, say, a horse or a dog. Um, they have their own souls, their own energies, but they're of a different energy type and less advanced.
Hmm.
You need to be in sentient forms to advance. Now, as far as incarnating as a non-human, yeah, that's definitely an option. But the problem is if you incarnate into a non-human form, like say another sentient species, and you've never done it before, that transition, depending on where you go, can be very difficult.
Hmm.
Um, it's like when you have souls that have never lived in a human body and they come into the human form, they have a very difficult time here adjusting because of the intensity of this world, the energy and the emotions that humans face.
Hmm. Yeah. So you get to take as much time as you need to just kind of go through the images and go through the options.
Yeah, you can't rush this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's going to be your life.
A life.
Yeah.
But yes, it's you want to make sure that this is going to be a good fit for what you want to learn
Hmm.
and that you will mesh well with the body that you're choosing.
Hmm.
Because if you don't and you rush into it, you can have problems. You can have a hard time assimilating when you join with the body. You can have problems learning. Um, any number of issues.
Hmm.
It's happened so many times before. It's usually younger souls. They get overexcited and they like this body, they like that body, and they're like, yeah, let's just dive in and go for it.
Hmm.
And the more lives you live, the more you learn, the more you realize you need to take your time
Hmm.
and choose.
Would that be the cause of like childhood illnesses that human children experience? Or could that contribute to?
If there's a misalignment of the energies between the child and the soul, in some cases, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It can also cause other developmental issues,
Uh-huh.
physical and psychological.
Mhm.
Those that experience schizophrenia are severely misaligned with their soul.
Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Okay. Is there any reason to kind of continue staying here with this process, or do you move on from here?
Hmm. Yeah, even John saying, "Yep, let's go. You made your choice. Let's go." I tend to overthink my choices sometimes. That's a problem I've dealt with a lot.
Uh-huh.
I need to just hmm, instincts is a human conception, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Hmm.
I need to learn to trust my instincts better.
Hmm. Yeah, because I guess at the end of the so-called day, you can't get it wrong.
Oh, sure, you can get it wrong if you choose the wrong body.
Well, yeah, yeah, if you choose the wrong body, then
Yeah,
you'll have, I'm sure, some sickness and just a really bad experience.
difficult, but sometimes when you choose the wrong body, the experience itself can still be rewarding for the soul.
Yes, yes, that's what I meant. There's always something gained, even if it seems like it might be painful or difficult at the time.
Pain is a wonderful teacher.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. So is there someplace John wants to take you next?
A library.
Oh, okay. What's going on in the library?
Just walking along, seeing a bunch of pedestals with books on them, life records.
Hmm.
hmm Yeah, humans call them the Akashic records. That's one way you can look at it. Um, he knows I like books, so I feel like this is more just be back here.
Okay.
So I see people standing, looking at their books or other books. It's nice, bright, lots of tables.
Hmm.
Some people stand and read their books on a pedestal. Other people are sitting at a table and read. And well, reading is it's more of absorbing the information.
Yes. And everyone is looking at their own books, or do they look at other people's books?
The advanced souls can look at other people's books. The younger souls cannot, and it's not in the sense of a forbidden sense. It's more of they're not advanced enough to understand what they're looking at.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be like having a third grader trying to read 12th grade math.
Hmm.
They might understand the symbols, some of the symbols, but they wouldn't understand everything.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So you kind of just take it all in. Are there any books that draw your attention?
Mm, not really.
Okay.
Almost feels like I'm getting a tour or a pre-tour.
Hmm. Just like, yeah, this is still here.
Like an acclimation, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm sure that's nice to just get your bearings again.
Yeah, John says, remember these are here if you need to reference anything.
Hmm. And why would you need to reference something?
It varies. If you're preparing for your next life and there's some things that you might be taking on you're not familiar with, you can absorb some of that information so you'll remember it in a subconscious state.
Okay.
Um, Other times it could just be to mm, just for the sake of reading. Sometimes it's just nice to read. At least
Yeah.
that's how I see things.
Yeah, yeah,
Not everybody is a reader like me.
yeah. Okay. 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 And where does he take you next?
Back outside,
Mhm.
but not outside. Outside.
Mm. Mhm.
Um, it's hard to explain. Feels like a large domed area full of light and structures, buildings, almost like you'd say it's like a kind of like a cross between like a metropolis or maybe like okay, a good way to describe it. This body has a fan is a fan of a movie called Lord of the Rings, and there's a city that is described called Minas Tirith, and the way that city is built up into a cliffside, but then comes down. So smaller levels at the top, bigger levels at the bottom. Similar to that,
Mhm.
but clean, clear, full of light. The structures are there, but they're not solid like as humans see them as solid. And it's a part of where I'm at. And when I say it's domed, it's like I can see the curvature on one end, but I don't see where it ends.
Mhm.
We're just kind of standing there, just kind of looking at everything.
Mhm.
The library's right behind me.
Okay.
It's a lot of hustle and bustle, but not the kind of hustle and bustle that people experience down on Earth. It's
Mhm.
just souls doing their thing. Some are learning, some are getting ready to go back down to Earth or other planes. Some are having fun.
Mhm.
It's just like basically like a city in a sense, but never ending.
Wow. Okay. Is there any other place that John wants to take you?
He says, nope.
Nope.